Nothing's going to help other than learning the machines, playing intelligent, focused, controlled pinball where you're hitting your shots, you're confident. That's what's important, not anything else. But at the same time, it's kind of fun to listen to the soundtrack from Gladiator and get yourself pumped up.
They all have a good chance. It goes down, I think, 16, 8, 4, 2, and then finally a single person. You know, like for the Grand Wizard.
Must have lost at some point in them. So.
Oh, no, here's Sean playing Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
That was game one.
All right, so it was game one.
Yep.
It had to be game one or three, so here we are at game two with Zach. It's funny, no one has touched the Walking Dead next to it.
Yeah, I think we talked about it earlier for those that weren't listening then. But the Walking Dead on the right was definitely not as good of a player as the one on the left. I think the feeds on the one on the right were just, I think most players felt that they just had a propensity to go down the middle from the pop bumpers and from the magnet in front of the prison. Sean's already got the extra ball lid on this game.
Why is he going for that right ramp? Was he just picking up his red arrow?
I believe he started the mode. It looks like the rectangle is lit. So
that's the other beefy mode. But at the same time, that ramp is. I mean, that makes the World Cup soccer ramp seem easy.
I agree. It's definitely it's kind of a little bit of a strange angle there.
It's really late on the flipper, and there's less energy, so the sweet spot, I think, is even smaller than most ramps.
Yeah. Fortunately, that ramp doesn't go as high as the ramp on the left, so it's not,
Although if it goes part of the way and comes back a lot of times, that's
it's another drain possibility there.
Yeah, that's death.
So Sean's got 2x scoring, which, again, is from the 2 targets to the side of the cell and the end of the tower.
I guess he was just getting that arrow on that ramp to hit it. I prefer the prison. I think the prison's a safer shot than trying to hit that ramp.
Yeah, I mean,
it's prison spots.
Right, again, it's right. And now that they've disabled the doors, it's
even cleaner.
far safer.
Gets a little Woodbury love there, which is it Woodbury? That's the
Woodbury, I think. Yeah,
that's the.
There's an interesting little rule that lights up on Woodbury sometimes that I don't know when it comes up.
Yep.
But when you go over there, it gives you a bunch of possibilities for
another skill
shot.
A
skill shot, yeah.
Like a real skill shot where you got to just do the rollovers and not go all the way around. And it's funny because it's impossible there. He's just stacked in zombie.
Well, I think he was a little late for prison. Yeah, prison's already back at the P. So he's just got Wolverine going right now.
Maybe he's choosing to crisscross.
It could be. I mean, like we talked about earlier on Spider-Man, is the classic crisscross game where you want to get one multi-ball and get the next one ready during it, and then play that multi-ball and then get the next one ready during that one.
And if that's the plan, Sean will attempt to execute it. And I think sometimes Sean will have a slightly different approach to some games than some other players. You think that's a fair?
Yeah, he really. I think he sometimes, thinks things a little bit differently than other players, which, is certainly not a bad thing. I mean, he's a very heady player for sure. I've probably first played Sean back in 1994 in IFPA 4, way back then.
That's 20 years now.
I know, it's hard to believe. And so he's definitely been around the game a long time, and, certainly knows a thing or two about pinball and pinball strategy and all that stuff. Yeah, the final ball, it's right. The base value is 700, and each light adds 350 to it.
Oh, okay. So Sean here. Oh, there he goes. He got it. It's funny. He was all excited and walked away, but the multi-ball like instantly starts. You don't get a. I don't know that Joshua Henderson would have time to wipe down the lockdown bar during that. You're used to like something like Sparky where you could go and get a bagel waiting for the ball to come off that magnet.
Mm-hmm. You know, a player, sees a ball drain that they think they're
Wow, there's our half ramp drain that we've all seen quite a bit this weekend. So where is Sean? It's hard to see with the.
Sean's got 84 million.
And
Zach has about 10.
He gets well over, 110 million? Looks like.
Yep, 110.
So that's Zach has right at 100 million points. Uh-oh, playing with his food. Unlucky. 50 or 70? 70 would be more impressive, of course, but it could be 50. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's only 50. Only 50. So, like you said, he was halfway there in that multi-ball. He needed to do one more. So that was game one. Let's see, we got AC/DC going. Zach stepped right up, wanted to get right back into it.
What is it? Is this game 3? Game 2?
This is game 2. Sean won game 1 on Walking Dead with 110 million to Zach's 50 million. Played very well. Two double stacks and very efficient.
Superb.
Two double stacks.
Yeah, at this point,
yummy.
and stacks that are available to people in some of the options.
That's a tough bell drain from Sean. I just want to point out this is game 3.
Okay.
Not game 2.
So this is it.
This
Sean has player 2, and Zach Sharp is player 1. This is win and move on.
Yes, and they're
on
in
ball 3.
Yes, and they are in the loser's side.
So what is it about this game that might produce this uncomfortable nature from players? I mean, everyone seems to be putting up fairly low scores on it.
Daniele and Yorian have both done a big one, but we have seen a lot of very low scoring. Wow.
That looked like it might have been savable, but
it kind of hit. It kind of grazed the flipper there at the end. You're right.
Still, though,
I think the discomfort comes from the tight tilts. People are afraid to do what normally they would do in reaction.
It's tournament day. There's a little more pressure on the shots, and this game, the flippers are maybe a little. The shots are a little different than some other AC. It's hard to backhand on this AC/DC.
Right.
Or on the right ramp anyway, as we saw Zach missing the backhand. All right, so Sean here has basically, if he gets to a multi-ball, he's gonna win. He's got to be close to Jam
lit.
here.
He's
Jam's lit. If he hits the right ramp, you can hear it.
He knows it, and he's
Other
excited.
than a tilt here, or just a complete disaster, and I don't see Sean doing that, especially playing against Zach. You got to take care of Zach when you can, and it's ball 3, so he's got his VIPs. He's got 2X going.
This is over.
You can close your eyes at this point and just flip.
Close your eyes and hit the VIP passes, I would say.
Did Zach win last year, Bowen? Do you recall?
I believe he did.
And so we're within moments of having. Oh,
and
it's
there
done.
it is. It's done. It's done.
Sean Grant from New York City has eliminated last year's champion, Zach Sharp, in a very entertaining 3-game match, and he will move on through the losers bracket to face the other side where Jason Werdrick and probably Jason Werdrick at this point. Bowen, where are you sitting?
I managed to escape really tough matches against Jason as well as Joshua.